All right. I'm Matt Kovacic.
And I'm Justin Hopp, and we're Dirt Track Central. And
We'll, as always, encourage your questions, comments, anything else you'd like to relay to us, information about your local tracks or favorite drivers. You can text that to 785-201-9188. You can also email us at dirttrackcentral@gmail.com. And if you're watching and you've got a favorite photo from last week or the past, send that on over to us. We've still got a few spaces here for a photo of the week contest. Also, like to go ahead and thank our sponsors to start the show off. Our presenting sponsor, Engine Quest. Appreciate that. Extreme Motorsports, VP Heartland Race Fuels, BMS Modifieds, and BSB Manufacturing, as well as the Contour Cameras. We thank those guys for their products, and encourage you to also ask us questions on those. We do sell those, as well as take care of the video from them on the site here, so check those out. We'll go on over to RPM Speedway, check out the feature of the week. That's from the IMCA Modified Division, and they were also our picks of the week last week. So go ahead and see how our picks did last week.
Jesse Smith in row 7, 6X Jason Schumer, 11W Tim Watts. Row 8, 70F Shannon Laughlin, 16 Jerry Teal. Row 9, 62 Matt for Bridges, 23 AJ Scott. In the back, should have 60-16 Dylan Sherman, 83 Milo Level.
I had some confidence in David Murray. See him starting fifth row there. Probably not the best pick, knowing that he won the week before and was going to have to start deep in the field, but
that is
we'll
where he's used to starting.
Brian Calhoun is having problems.
Yep.
He's taken one lap and head to the pits. That's why he elected to start at near the back. Although he's going to stay out there at this time. Shuffles high. Murray looks inside. Here's your leader, Cody Garrett. Oh! Trouble, Ronnie Hill out of shape.
We about got taken out there.
But everybody stay straight. We stay green.
might have misjudged the old closing
Garrett
speed
pulls
there.
out to a big lead. It's Solberg, Roletter, Plummer, and Phillips. Plummer with the move, Murray with the move. Plummer second, Solberg third, Murray is fourth, Roletter fifth, and Phillips LeGreen runs 6-7. Everybody chasing Cody Gerhardt to 1M.
Worked his way up to the third position.
Slams the cushion and back
Murray
at
to
it.
the high side, gets around, Plummer goes to second.
Man, he quickly worked his way through the field there.
Phillips fourth, Solberg fifth now.
How's your pick faring?
He's still back there, probably 12th right now. About where he
Spin in
started.
fourth. That is Jesse Smith, and the caution's going to come out. Caution is out. Smith goes to the back in the 01 for causing the caution. That's 19 cars ready to go back to green. With 5 down and 15 to go.
I'm in 11th place right now.
All right. I'm liking my pick pretty well right now.
Murray goes to the bottom. Can he make it stick? Side by side into 3 and 4. Murray slides in front of the 1M. You might get a little too high. Here they come. Murray, your new leader.
Gerhardt looking a lot better than
So we got a car
has in
around
the
in
last
fourth.
few weeks anyway.
And the caution comes out.
And the caution comes out.
Caution is out.
I think that was a completed lap there, though. Except for
Look out, Dave.
Look out, Dave is right.
And Dave Murray here tonight.
Yeah, and so some good competition at the front of the pack
Yeah,
tonight.
must
But
have
can anybody
completed
track
that one.
down
He's back out.
David Murray?
Still.
Easier said than done.
6 down, 14 to go. As he said, to go back to green. For those of you first time out of the Speedway single file restarts, the cone in 4, you cannot pass before you get to the cone, cannot go below it, or cannot hit it, or you are penalized. Race now for third. Plummer to the inside, Phillips to the outside. Travis Shervick and Kyle Williter, a good race for fifth, with LeGrune not far behind. Everybody chasing the 97 Emma David Murray.
I know they said the track started out awful wet. I didn't get to see any racing this weekend, but sure looks like it came out to be one heck of a racetrack there.
It finally did. It did take a lot of working in. They were even probably about an hour late getting started. And it was still pretty hammered down in the heat races, not a whole lot
Flags
of
across, we're
passing
halfway,
racing,
stretching
but
out to a pretty good lead as the
it,
97M
a lot of
of
feature
David
time came
Murray.
around.
Yielded some nice racing there. Man, Travis, getting a little friendly.
Antrovich is off the track up in turn 4. And the caution is out. So we have 9 complete, 11 to go. Flags have been crossed. We're halfway. Phillips inside of Gearhart. Whoa! Shervick has to back off. That almost got wild as Phillips and Plummer closed the gap quickly. Top 5 remain Murray, Gearhart, Plummer, Phillips, and Travis Shervick. LeGrune a close 6th. Collins for Seth Beard to 28. He's going to head to the pits. Lepperman spins in 4. Caution's out. We are back to green. Phillips trying to get a run on Gearhart. Cannot make it stick. Plummer trying to get back at Phillips for third. He's diving underneath Gearhart for second. He has to back off in 4. And the car drifted up. Schroeder back in 5th as Shervick falls back a spot. 2 to go. Man, they're going to race it all the way through this pack. Everywhere but first place. Green working on Roller. 1 lap to go. Here's Travis Shervick again with a move. Here's your winner, 2 in a row for David Murray.
Results, and if you find something, great, and if not, well, we'll just go ahead and spoil the surprise when we read the results here.
Yeah. I think it was pretty obvious. So
Yeah. Well, the only question mark was your guy, but
yeah.
we'll get there. Anyhow, Salina Speedway Hobby Stock Division, number 82 of Mark Normandin, bringing home the feature win, followed by G.W. Fuller, Mike Truskowski, Tommy Fose, and Aaron McBride. So, congratulations. There's guys that have been kind of had some tough starts to the seasons there. Or I would say those top 3 guys have been close, but not there. So good to see them doing well. In the stock car division, Austin Carter makes it 2 in a row. It's a nice accomplishment. Way to go, Austin. Scott Granzella in the Ford, 2nd place. Corey Struckoff in the 59S, followed by Keith Riley and Jed Williams, I believe Nebraska, or driver out of Nebraska, excuse me. So good to see him down this way, and hope to see that class continue to grow there at Salina. Following up by the Mod Lights, Tyler Bradshaw in the 15B brings home the feature win in the Mod Lights, followed by Corbin Pickerel, Brandon Gray, Chris Unruh, and Dustin Forsberg. That's probably another feature worth watching on the YouTube channel if you get the chance. I think those top 4 or 5 cars were they were in a pretty tight pack and racing pretty hard, so good job to those guys.
Yep.
Move on to the Sport Mod division. Josh Rice in the 8J gets his first feature win of the season at Salina Speedway. He was your 2011 track champion at Salina Speedway, so congratulations on that. I think that was the last lap or last couple lap pass. Seth Schroeder led most of that race. Matthew Crowell in 3rd, Jesse Levine in 4th, and Dan Smith in 5th. On over to the modified division, the 88J of Troy Johnson, followed by 24 Corey Lagroon. He's starting to get that 2nd place down to
Oh, man, I think it is 3 in a row there.
I believe so.
Oh, I bet that's got him a little frustrated.
Yeah, it's good to be
close.
running good, but just
Yeah.
not quite there. So
That's got to be tearing him up a little bit.
that's really that. I mean, there's a lot of good racing that I missed this weekend, but watching the videos, that's another video worth tuning into. Was that modified race? Johnson kept it around the bottom the whole time, and Lagroon, man, 1 lap he'd hit it just perfect and looked like he's gonna, blow his doors off the next lap, and then the next one he'd looked like it was just pretty tricky, hitting just the right spot up there on that top line in 1 and 2 there at Salina. So did a nice job, ended up 2nd place, and like you said, a little frustrating, but
That's still some to finish 2nd every week. You can't complain about that, but you're just that 1 spot away from that win, and that's what you're looking for. So
Jeff Welsh, Joe Cleveland, and Jesse Richter round out the top 5. So.
yeah, and we'll move on to RPM Speedway on Saturday night. And we got all those videos up too on our YouTube channel, and we'll try to fix that modified one. And if you do notice any of those videos that don't seem right and I didn't get edited right or something like that, post a comment on it or something too, so we can get that fixed up. So sometimes I get so busy editing them, I don't even get to watch all the way through them either. So on the sport compacts at RPM Speedway, Vincent Jasper picked up the win, followed up by Monte Honus, Art Herzog, Brandon Lobdell, and Kurt Panestill. And in the hobby stocks, the 29 of Jeremy Wagner picked up the win. He's followed up by Cody Graham. The 27A of Aaron Honus, Cody Graham, and Mark Normandin. Sport mods, Blaine Walt in the 14W picked up the win. He is followed up by Jake Crone. I think that might have been kind of a pass for the last lap. A couple of them.
Yeah, it was close. I think Cleveno was running third, but he was awful close to making that pass for second place there.
Trent Cleveno third, Corey Struckoff fourth, and Jace Nelson. Corey Struckoff's not a name we'd always talked to in the sport mods. Always been the stock car, so he's trying out in the sport mods and running pretty good. In the stock cars,
he'd be the only one in the top 5 not in a BMS there.
Yeah. The Spider-Man of Nick Tubbs picked up the win, followed up by Pat Bedore, Dustin McClure, Jason Davis, and Terry Cunningham.
Did Nick climb the fence?
You know, if he did, it was after
Murray won, Schoenberger in 5th, so I haven't gotten to tally up all our points, but I do have them from the last couple of weeks.
Out where we were at? Okay.
So Hop's trailing by about 4 points as of the last 2 weeks, and like I said, I didn't get digging quite deep enough to know for sure what last ones were, but we'll jump on over to Thunder Hill Speedway. They added that Sport Compact division this year. The 12M of Rhonda Muse picks up the feature win there, followed by Scott Spellmeyer, Kaylee Diekman, Austin Charles, and Kelly Johnson. In the hobby stock division, Adam Armstrong looks like he took his winning ways from Minneapolis, closing the doors, and just moved him east. So picks up the first weekly feature win over there at Thunder Hill Speedway, followed by number 27, Dominic Thifault, Jacob Crowell in 3rd, Mallory Walters in the 87J, and the 6J of Jacob Harms. In the Sport Mod division, 222 of Dustin Christ, followed by Matt Crowell in 2nd, Brian Lariviere in 3rd.
A lot of 2s up there at the front.
Yeah, yeah. I watched a little bit of that race, saw a video of it. Lariviere was up to 2nd and looked like he was going to cruise for the lead. And, front 2 hood pins must have broke or something, and the hood came up in his face.
Oh.
He held on to 2nd for a long time, and Matthew Crowell finally got him there towards the end of the race, and really didn't look too bad for not knowing for sure where he was going, I suppose. He just kind of stayed way up high and out of trouble, and until they started getting up to lap traffic, that wasn't a problem. Showing some pictures there, their feature winners. You can check out racethunderhillspeedway.com for that and their points and all that stuff. Kyle Vanover again picking up the stock car feature win, followed by Eric Rimple in the 21, Lance Borgman in the 76, Mike Nichols, and Greg Dieters. And
kind of looked like the out-of-staters kind of dominated that one there.
Yeah, and
the 3 Beatrice guys pretty much, and
yeah, that's quite a list of names there. And top 4, even 5. I mean, Dieters was at at Beatrice there for the spring show and showed pretty well there too. So, but I watched that race as well, and that's that's quite a battle. So, I don't know. Nichols kind of he couldn't catch him. He's not used to not being able to pull out the win at Thunder Hill, but
Yeah.
nice job anyway to all those guys. On to the modifieds. Jordan Grabowski, a little deja vu from last year, followed by the 3B of Nick Bidinger, the G3, Brendan Gimmel, Mike Petersilly in fourth place, and Brian Rigsby rounds out the top 5. So congratulations to those guys. I believe that'd be a Cheeseworks video that's got all of their feature races posted up. So go ahead and check those out online as well. We'd like to thank Engine Quest again, our presenting sponsor. Eric's the guy to call if you need help with your combination, figuring out just how to get a little more out of your package under the hood. He can help steer you in the right direction, or your engine builder. So those are the guys to call.
Yep.
Let's see.
Come on.
Also in the results section, I just quickly scanned through some of the points, and Clay Money is still running 5th place in national rookie points. So congratulations on that. Looking good. I don't see Mike Wadle in there, and I would think he's won 3 features in a row, and he's a Northern Sport Mod rookie, so I would think he'd be getting up there, but I don't know what other races he's raced to know what his total points are. But that's one of the points deals
Balance
anyway. Austin Carter in the 63 continues to lead state points, so bringing home 2 feature wins in a row helps that.
Yep. Anytime you can stay up front, that'll help that.
Let's see. You got the Fuel the Thunder.
Yeah, kind of in our news section, we talk a little bit about the I guess mainly talk about the Hawkeye Dirt Tour, I guess, and following that's going to be the Fuel the Thunder. It's kind of going to be video shot over the series of the races for the Hawkeye Dirt Tour, and they're kind of going to follow, I don't know how many, 10 or 12 drivers, maybe a little more than that, drivers around these races, and kind of do a bunch of video and in-car stuff, feature races, and I think interviews and kind of background
just
on the
life
drivers.
of the life of the drivers on the tour. That's going to be a neat deal. It's something that there's been a couple others tried on, through the TV, and it's just it's tough with the size of market we have to raise enough sponsors to keep that TV time and keep it in an optimal time slot and all that good stuff. Barry and the guys at Xan are doing a great job teaming up with IMCA on this, and going to deliver the show through YouTube. So we'll be able to get on and watch that.
Is there also
at
be
our
a DVD made of it
convenience.
too? Or you
Yeah,
see it?
I
I
believe the
this also-
series is going to be available through DVD, and I think, if I remember right, the first season is available on DVD, and I should have looked at some more of the background on that. I was meant to kind of go back and watch some of those. I'd watched them last year, and I don't remember. I'd watched a couple different ones, so I don't remember for sure. I know it was up in Minnesota and covered some Wissota tracks there, and now they've, like I said, looking at the Hawkeye Dirt Tour this time, and local to us, we've got Jason Schoenberger on that. He's out of Russell or Gorham, Kansas, and Darren Duffy also is driving, at least part of the time, driving a car that's owned by the Jack Sports Grill guys out of Garden City, Kansas. So that's another one we'll keep a close eye on. And
Yeah.
Jeremy Mills was just added today. He's driving a BMS car first year. He's been in the Harris forever, so that'll be fun for us to watch.
I
as
guess
well.
we can list off kind of the other people that they've said that they were going to have. Mark Elliott, Ray Cox Jr., Darren Duffy, as you just said, Jimmy Guston, Richie Guston, and Ron Lorenzen. You know, say
Yeah, Lorenzen, I think. But
not good. And Jay Notaboom and Jason Schoenberger, he said from here, Mark Schultz and Rich Smith and Mike Van Ginren and Jeff Waterman. So, and there may be
Yeah.
a few more added to that, but that's what they got so far. So.
all right. What we're showing you here is the dirttour.com website. I think as it kind of flashes across, it shows you a map of where they're at. But the 2012 season is there. If you're available to get away to those, that'll be some exciting action. We're kind of looking at what tracks and what weekends can work, but they're mainly Monday and Tuesday night shows, you'll notice, which the whole point of the tour is to get basically in-state cars, I believe, to travel and hit some tracks that they wouldn't normally run at. And so in order to make that possible, they're running on nights that are not points nights anywhere else. So that kind of narrows it down to weeknights, which makes it tough for people from far away that
Got a real job.
Unfortunately, some of us got to do that. So, but I'm sure the coverage will be great. We'll do what we can to help cover it, or team up with someone that can help us cover it. And we'll sure make it to a few of those. And there's a couple of 2 days weekend events at the end of the season, so those might be good choices for the fans out there that are looking for a little travel, little getaway racing vacation. So were you gonna play the promo video of that dirt tour?
Can.
Gives you kind of an interesting sneak peek into a few of the drivers and the personalities that we're going to see. I'm guessing that thing was filmed at, what do I want to say? The Frostbusters, judging by the guys that were in it. And so obviously not all the drivers were chosen by that time, and not all of them were at that Frostbuster event, but Barry was testing out some camera angles and views and mounts and all that good stuff, and so we'll
see if I got it here.
check it out, see what we got.
Mike Van Ginren, 57V, modified, Newton, Iowa. Mark Schulte, Delhi, Iowa, 27L.
Ray Cox Jr. I'm from Maquoketa, Iowa, and drive the Stealth number 11.
Free from the storm. Dark clouds rise in the east. Dark clouds rise in the west.
into it this year, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, I don't know. We started doing it 2 years ago, and it's just good racing, and we just enjoy doing it. Works good for me at work, and I can get off during the week, so we just have a good time.
You bet. That's the only way I like it, man. That's why you go to those races and like that Hawkeye Dirt Tour. You know, that's why you do them. You want to race with the best guys in the IMCA around. It doesn't give me the same enjoyment racing weekly as it does going around racing for a little bit of money against the better drivers, and it makes us all better at the same time. So I'm really looking forward to it.
There might be a little bit of drama. I'm going to try to stay out of it. I'm in the promoter mode, and I got to stay out of it, but there could be some drama.
It's going to be a learning experience. I mean, anytime you run with top quality cars, top drivers, you learn a lot. You pick up a lot of new friends along the way. So I'm looking forward to it.
Coming into this year, we have like a new car and stuff. We have a lot of confidence that we can hopefully run for the title. So it kind of makes the guys start wondering with some of the names that are joining it, but that's still a goal, is to win the thing, and we're going to try to go after it, I guess.
Leave the left front at home for my buddy there. Where's my buddy? Hey, am I on leave the left front at home? Am I on the team? Is that official? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm on the team. First thing I do when I get done with the race, I need a nice cold Busch Light. Thirst quenching after 25 hard laps. I had to set my head on the headrest there for a while. Delightful.
All right, that'll be an exciting show to watch. So we'll see as the rest of the drivers get interviewed and whatnot. I think we've got our guest Jeremy Frenier with us here tonight. Are you there?
Yeah, how's it going?
Great. We're running a little bit behind here, so we're gonna watch a couple other clips and talk about those if you got a few minutes, and you can comment as you will on it, and then we'll go right into interview with you. Will that work?
Yeah, I don't know if...
That'll work.
Do you see our video?
I'm trying to pull it up now.
Okay, I was seeing here. I thought I had maybe set up. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Oh. Well,
as soon as we get Jeremy set up there, we'll take a look at the crash of the week. That's going to be from IMCA Stock Cars at RPM Speedway. Had a little get together there. We can take a look and see what you think.
I thought I had that ready, but okay. Well, you can tell a little bit more about it. I thought I had that one up and ready, but it'll be here, just ready here in a sec.
As we're as I said, the IMCA stock cars, Keith Riley in the 55 and Adam Balthazar in the 92, coming around turn 3 and get together.
We got a little echo there from you, Jeremy.
Can you just mute the show on your? Sounds like you got it now.
Okay.
There. Okay.
We should have her here. Here's our video.
You see the black with the pink 55 in the third row inside there is Keith Riley. Right behind him is the white, gray, and blue 92. It's Adam Balthazar.
As Matador brings him to the line. Fedor to the outside, shooting the middle, the 737. Nick Tubbs goes up to second. 3 side by side, heading for the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot as they get behind the 45 of Mike Kennedy.
26 of Dustin McClurg sideways down in the front stretch, and he will come to a stop. Oh, stop.
Yes, that's correct. Stop.
All right, Pat Bedore will bring
He wasn't too
around
sure of
20 laps
himself.
for your Advantage Class Plus
It's like a
stock car.
complete restart there.
Speedway, Pat Bedore inside 99B, Trevor Thornton in the 9 on the outside. Here we go. Tubbs is going to try to make a 3 wide to the outside on turns number 1 and 2. Bedore, Thornton, your top 2. Tubbs shuffled back. Cunningham and he make a little bit of contact. 3 wide again, almost 4 wide coming out of turn number 4.
There he goes
Riley around. The 8R of Roland Remus is involved.
I may watch that again, eh?
Yeah.
The 3 wide to the
I had to watch it about
outside
5
on
times to
turns
figure
number
out
1 and
exactly
2.
what happened there.
Bedore, Thornton, your top
I actually
2. Tubbs
put that in
shuffled
slow
back.
motion, but I didn't
Cunningham
put it
and
on
he
this.
make a little bit of contact. 3 wide again, almost 4 wide coming out of turn number 4. And around we go. Riley around.
I think his tail started to chase
The
him.
8R of Roland Remus is involved. The
Stock cars always
97
put
of
on a good
Monroe.
show. I like
Yeah.
watching
So
them.
Pat Bedore, the 99B, and Trevor
that's
Thornton,
for
the 9 coming around.
That was one of our submitted questions. Was do you think you'd have more fun driving a stock car?
Oh, yeah, I might actually. A lot less pressure, I'd say.
Well, I would think as successful as you are in the modified, you'd probably have quite a bit of fun with that as well.
Yeah, it keeps us busy, that's for sure.
Oh, I can imagine, especially after that Beatrice trip, huh?
Yeah, that was interesting. Great way to start the year, I'll tell you.
Well, I guess if it gets the bad luck behind you, maybe that's the ticket.
Yeah, hopefully. We've been rolling since then, so.
Yes, sir. I think we'll save that other video for later on here in the show, and we'll just go ahead and jump into talking. I was able to talk to IMCA a little bit about your past, but I'm not sure that I got it all jotted down here right. So we'll just leave it to you. Do you how did you originally start getting into racing? I mean, were you raised in it, or did you how'd you start?
Well, my family had always helped at our local dirt track, I-76 Speedway. They were never racers, but my dad helped run the track and the pits, so pretty much from when I was 1 year old, I was at the racetrack every weekend, and by the time I was old enough to do it, I had to get a car and start, so went from there about 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
What'd you start in?
Enduro cars.
Yeah.
200 laps or 2 hours, whatever came first.
Wow.
And then we moved on to stock cars. Ran 2 years of stock cars and mods ever since.
Okay. So
you did run the stock cars for a while then.
Yeah, they weren't IMCA sanctioned. We ran with Camaros and whatnot, and we ran on an asphalt takeoff tire. So it was quite a bit different than what the IMCA boys are doing.
what did you have did you have a Camaro or?
No, I actually had a Monty.
Okay.
It was an IMCA car I bought from Bustles out of Holyoke.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good piece.
You have some success in that before you moved on to the modified?
Yeah, here at I-76 Speedway, we won, those 2 years we'd win at least half of the races each year, so we were successful, we just didn't travel, stuck at home.
Right. Okay. So then you moved on to the IMCA modified class. How'd you start in that? What chassis did you buy, and how'd you start off?
Well, let's see, it started out in a 2005 Big Dog I bought from a guy that ran pretty good out here, and I put 2 seasons on that car with a little bit of success. We won a couple of races, and then we moved on to BMS.
Okay.
In 2007.
Was you date David Murray's daughter, Sarah. Did you guys meet at the racetrack, or how's that all come together?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I was actually pretty good friends with the family, and just from being with them at so many races. But Sarah had always been dating somebody else, and I was like, you know what, that'd be a great girlfriend, but she's taken, and she finally became available, and I had to get on top of that. Not literally, just in case Dave's watching. But I had to ask her out.
There you go. So once you got into the modified, did you start traveling immediately, or what got you out there trying different tracks?
Well, I just fell in love with the sport, and I just wanted to see what else was out there. I couldn't sit still. I had to keep on going, so I tried doing the 3 nights a week and traveling 4+ hours to racetracks and all that good stuff.
That's what I was going to say. You guys are you're not geographically blessed as far as racing
screwed.
3 nights a week. Yeah, that would be another way to put it. So, what's your plans for the season? Do you have certain tracks that you're chasing points at, or do you just want to run around and race all over? Or?
I think we're going to run for the points at Holyoke, Phillips County Raceway, and then we're going to chase the BST West. And besides that, we're just going to bounce around and have some fun.
Good. Have you had some past track championships in the modified as well?
Yeah, we've won McCook a few times, and then, of course, track championships here in Fort Morgan. And we've won the BST series, I think it was either 2000 or 2008 or 2007.
Excellent. So, chasing a little more BST and a track championship. I think they told me you had 20 IMCA wins to your credit at this point. Is that right? Or
yeah,
I guess
sounds
going
right.
into this year. How many? You've won a few this year as well, right?
Yeah, we've notched off 3 so far.
3 right in a row, if I remember right.
Pretty close. We won 2 nights down at Beaver, and then we raced McCook on a Friday, and I ran 3rd. But we won the next night out at Goodland, and that was last weekend.
Okay, yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just
Good way to start out the season, though.
Yeah, off to.
Yeah, I'd like to add 3 more starting tomorrow night. So
there you go. Now tomorrow night is kicks off the BST tour as well. Is that correct?
Not for the modified, it's for the stock cars.
Oh, okay. I thought they were always running together, but. All right.
It'll just be Holyoke's opening night.
Okay. So definitely hitting that, and then where are you headed from there this weekend?
Oh, Saturday night, either North Platte or back to Fort Morgan, and then Sunday we're going to head out to Lexington, Nebraska for their opener.
All right. Well, so we're not going to get to see you back in Waukene or Hayes or any of that too often then, huh?
Yeah, that starts getting out there a little ways for us. I think Waukene's 4.5 hours and Hayes is 5. It gets me out there too far from home.
I understand.
Yeah.
We understand.
They're great tracks, though.
Yeah. What do you consider your highest accomplishment in the IMCA modified division?
I don't think I've had it yet. Last season was a good season. We won 12 or 13 races, so I'd probably put that at the top.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of races that I want to win and things I'd like to accomplish for sure.
What would be at the top of that list as far as your future goals?
Oh, I think it'd be really neat to win the deal out at Las Vegas in November. Just the amount of cars they're getting and the fact that the track is so racy, and I don't know, it'd just be really neat to win it.
And have you raced that before?
$1,000, so that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Have you raced that one before then?
Yeah, we've been out there the past 4 years, and we've only ended up in the show one of those years, so haven't had the best luck, but I think we'll get here sooner or later.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
keep working at it. What do you do to afford the hobby?
It's a family floor covering business.
Okay.
So we do tile, hardwood, carpet, vinyl, all that stuff.
Is that just you and your dad then?
Yeah, it's just me and my dad, so
So busy
we're
doing
pretty
that
busy,
all.
but I always make time for
all
racing.
weekend. Huh? Yeah. Well, it's
That's
nice
usually
to-
priority number one.
yeah, as long as the money's coming in to keep going, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Good deal. What? You have any questions for him, huh?
No, I mean, you might also, since you talked about who makes the money go, you might have to thank your other sponsors, too.
Yeah, I've got really good sponsors on board. Schmeckley Brothers Construction Company. It's a local business that they build packing plants, and their business has just grown tremendously over the past 10 years. So they're a great sponsor. And then Engel Construction and the Car Barn at Lexington, Nebraska. Rick Staley's Plumbing and Heating is a local sponsor. And then, of course, Veneer Floor Covering, that's probably the biggest sponsor of all, by far. So, DMR Chassis and JR Motors and Wells Designs do the wraps for us.
So is this a new car this year, or this year's same one as last year?
This is the Silva 2011 that we ran last year. Couldn't quite pull the trigger on a new car this winter, so we're going to take this one as far as it'll take us, and might wind up in a new car at the end of the year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like it's working just fine for you, so
Yeah.
maybe you don't need to fix it if it's not broken.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We never wrecked it last year. The Astros at the beginning of the year this year was about the hardest hit it took, so put it back on the pig and they straightened it up and feels brand new again.
Well, sometimes a good hit's what they need to speed them up. So some of the old racers tell me anyway.
It was a blessing for me, but I don't think Dave looked at it that way.
No, that wasn't a fun weekend in the BMS camp there.
I think after Saturday night, Tyler Fry had totaled his out, and then pitted next to him was my car, and then next to me on the other side was Murray's car. So it was, Brandon knew he was going to be busy.
Yeah. I think he was thanking his lucky stars that he didn't make the show there Saturday night, just so that his car was still straight and drove in the trailer with all the other work they had to do. Not to mention that early in the season there were still plenty of new cars that needed to roll off the floor as well. So, but I think they took pretty good, quick care of all you guys that had trouble there, and all three of you had good success since. So
yeah, I was real surprised at how fast they got all them cars back together and turned around too. So
yeah,
what they've been doing a hell of a job down there.
All right. Who helps you on the car? Do you guys have crew around that travels with you, or just you and your dad make it happen?
I got some guys that show up and drink my beer in my garage. I don't know about guys working on my car, though. Basically just me and the pops.
So sometimes that moral support's what you need, maybe, huh?
Yeah, it keeps things entertaining.
There you go. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show. I think we'll turn you loose unless you want to stick with us. We got another couple of clips to look at here, and so we can do that, or we can let you go. But we do either way. Thank you for your time, and wish you the best of luck here in the 3-day race weekend to come.
Yeah, what is yours? Yeah, I think you already did kind of talk about what you're doing this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Yep. Well,
Definitely.
thanks for having me on, guys.
All right. Thank you. Talk about a couple more sponsors here real quick. One of Jeremy's sponsors again, BMS Modifieds. They like we said, did a heck of a job for those guys that got tore up in Beatrice and had to plug some cars out. But boy, the cars in general have just been going gangbusters this year. So it seems like around this area, it's getting back to the point I remember when I first started watching racing, when the majority of the cars on the track around here locally were BMSs, and seem to be getting back to that point. So we thank them for their sponsorship on the show, and I think I've we've gone past a few marks here, so I'll go ahead and pick up another one. BSB Manufacturing as well is a great help on the show, and helped a lot of the drivers around too. So if you're looking for a way to help create some more traction, give Jay and the guys there a call, and they can help you out with a shock package to fit your driving style, help you out with springs, brakes, bird cages,
a lot of different parts. There's probably not many modifieds out there that doesn't have one part from BSB on their cars, whether they got lots of them or not, but they got a lot of different products for the modified class, and then even some shocks and stuff for the hobby stocks. Even now, I guess they got a shock out them for the hobby stocks too. So.
Yeah. So thanks again to those guys. I was we keep meaning to get a shop talk portion of the show in, and I was out in Garden City seeing customers yesterday and today, and was able to get a little shop time in with Perry Meisner and all the Jack's cars, Mike Wadle and Rodney, and had a good visit with those guys, but unfortunately forgot the camera. They were they didn't want to be on a camera very bad anyway by the time I got there, but it was
good thing you
nice
make several trips down there throughout the year.
Yeah,
So
we'll definitely get those guys on at some point. And Mike is, like I mentioned earlier, I think chasing the national rookie points in that sport mod. Won 3 races in a row in it now. And so,
so he's had some good start to that too. So
definitely, he said they struggled a little bit with kind of re-gearing their minds to the 2-link suspension from the stock cars that the rest of the guys are running, and still enjoy the stock cars, still loves the stock cars, but Mike for some reason thinks he needs something without fenders on it. But power to him, and glad to see him doing well, and the rest of the crew's doing well too. So I don't know that there's too many stories to repeat, but plenty of good stories out of there, and we'll get them, like I said, on camera later on. But so much for this week's shop talk. We do have a video picked out for the Bonehead move of the week, though. The video wasn't great on it. I thought I had seen a video somewhere on it that was better, but I can't seem to find the thing. So, but a couple of mod lights in the heat race at Salina Speedway. Let's see, the 43 of Glenn Blue and the 101 of Randy Ferguson.
And I think they're both pretty new rookie drivers.
Yeah, rookie drivers in the mod light class, and battling it out for the last place spot in the heat race. And got a little rough on one of the cars there, but
we'll go ahead.
We'll show it to you. What we have of it anyway.
Yeah, we didn't catch the whole thing here.
Come off of a restart here. I think maybe there's a
I
restart
think
coming.
I just
so.
started from the beginning too, so
Okay.
we may watch a little bit here. I don't think it was terrible deep into the race, so we'll just kind of watch this.
No. Hopefully we can get some announcer action going at Salina
Oh, go
Speedway
ahead and have
pretty
a little
soon here,
sound
but I don't think they're not quite there yet, are they?
It told me they're coming
The system,
soon, but
so.
I don't know why I should have a little bit of sound on this. So there we go.
There.
Whoa. That was
Nick
another
Watts
new car
gets
too.
the-
Is that Nick Watts? Okay.
Yeah, he just got a new.
Color.
I guess I'm assuming it's. He has a pretty unique number, 01Z.
Yeah.
So I think that's Nick. Watch the purple car and the white car in the back.
There.
It looks like they both headed towards each other. 101 ended up in the wall.
We'll try to see if we can't see that again. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah, it's.
Trying to pass before the cone. No
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if he may just got her on the gas too much, and his car tried to turn on him too on the restart, and the other guy, so he turned down to save it. Or
There we go.
But I think Ferguson ended up getting the worst of it. Put up and kind of ended up going into the wall after that.
Yeah,
And
he didn't start the feature, and the other car did, according to the results. So
Yeah, it ripped his left front, or I can't remember which one it was. One of the front wheels was missing off it when they towed it in. It wasn't
Yeah.
even there. It wasn't even dangling. You know, sometimes they'll still be dangling by a brake line or something. But this one's completely ripped off. So
needs a few parts. Huh?
Yep, I think that one was mainly due to rookie mistakes. And
Yeah.
you got to start somewhere, and they were starting in the back, but they got her tore up. So.
Yeah. Well, that's that's the way it goes on the learning curve once in a
Yeah.
while. Let's see.
We do need to get our pictures in. We haven't talked about our
The photos of the week. Yep. Yep. And we do have some submissions here, and if you haven't sent it yet, get it over to us. We'll still post it. Won't be able to introduce it on the show here, but we'll get you posted. If you got a photo that we took that you like, you can submit that. We've had that
Yeah.
before, and sometimes I don't do the best job of going through and choosing one of my own photos to
Which
submit.
you didn't get a whole lot from this last weekend anyhow.
No, I didn't. Well, we got a lot of photos, but they're of the nephews and cousins around the campfire. Went to Minnesota and had some family time and enjoyed a weekend off. We were going to do some racing up there. My nephews love the races, but I think it ended up being in the 40s and wet and cold and nasty. And probably really shouldn't even have been hanging out around the campfire, but we're kind of hard-headed like that, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we'll go through with our pictures from last week and take a look at them. Here, this one is from Kyle Vanover. One of the pictures that you took, maybe, or
yes,
and at
Salina
Salina
Speedway
Speedway,
a couple of weeks ago or so.
Yep. And this one somebody sent in too. It wasn't a great picture, but it was kind of a unique picture with the car rolling over.
Yeah.
And then we got the picture of AJ Scott and Mike Petersilly by Dirt Track Devils sent in. And then the Tubbs, Nick Tubbs and
BJ
Wagner.
on the top
yeah.
there, yep.
And I think this one's going to be our winner here. Looks like had the most votes here. I don't know if there was
Maybe
another
had
one.
29.
Yeah, this
okay,
was
there
close.
we go.
Um,
Yep. Jesse Olson
some-
from what was it? Racing Lansing, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
There, I think.
Actually, this one was in Chattanooga. Yeah, Lansing. Yep, Chattanooga Raceway.
Yep.
So, and Dave's picture too, Danny Morrison Jr. And that one had quite a few likes too. But I think it's going to be the Tubbs and Wagner stock car
Yep.
picture there.
28 people
So-
liked it. So
That's our winner.
there we go. Actually, we have some new ones for this week, or
Yep, I
yeah,
think
there's a few
so.
there. So
Let me see. These those last week. I had whoops. So I can get this on. There we go. And
Austin Carter, your
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row feature winner in the IMCA stock cars at Salina Speedway, and that's a Dirt Track Devils photo taken by David Chiveria, I think.
let's see if I was gonna try to bring up
So-
the. Oops. Get here on the right deal. This picture was just sent in.
Oh,
we got the
right.
background story on that.
Yeah, I know it's a midget getting ready to hot lap for the show they've got coming up in Dodge City here this weekend.
Cody Ledger, and this was at Beloit, and he was just kind of practicing at the J Husker race up there. And I guess that's another race we should have actually tried to get results from. I didn't
Yeah, I didn't
think about
didn't
that.
Think about them, but
that, they raced up there.
I believe they raced Mod Lights and as well as the J Husker
Husker
mini
Series.
sprints, and I think they usually run mini trucks too. So
Yeah, but Tim Passmore is one that sent this photo in here too. So
okay.
make sure you like that one up if you like it. And got another Dirt Track Devils photo here, and the Josh Rice 8J, actually your Sport Mod winner here at Salina last week.
That's a good looking car there.
I think it's one of his best looking cars. I think.
Yeah, the colors really it's photogenic. Sometimes they get so busy and small that it's hard to take a good picture of it. Just a few colors and bright, and it just, man, that thing, it takes a good picture. So I'm sure we'll get a lot of them throughout the season here.
We got one more too that was sent in to us. I was trying to find the background
Yep,
story.
I can pull that up here.
You got that story? I got the photo. But
Yeah. I think that was Jerry Welsh took this picture at Leesville Speedway, 171 Speedway in Louisiana, and the car was built as a tribute to his best friend and his friend's dad, who's been racing that same paint scheme and whatnot since the 60s, I guess. So that it was passed down from father to son, and now the Jerry has rebuilt that car to keep the
retro
tradition going.
Yeah, the retro
so,
look on her there, kind of the
yeah,
older
so.
style.
And that's
look on it.
called a limited mod down there. I'm guessing similar to B mods or sport mods up this way. So
Yeah, so got a picture all the way in from Louisiana. So
yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for
Yep.
sending that over. And again, if you've got one that you'd like to get in, send it on over, and we'll get it talked about. So
that's all we got, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it for this week as far as photo submissions. But we've got a lot to look forward to in racing here in the Midwest this coming week. I think that's kind of where we're up to. Actually, let me talk about Extreme Motorsports before I forget. And the guys at Extreme, I saw Mike Petersilly made the top 5 at Salina, I believe it was, as we were going through his results. So congratulations to him on that. Extreme Motorsports is the home of First Class Chassis. 2011 IMCA Northern Sport Mod National Champion Brian LaRiviere, and they are also your track parts suppliers at Salina and Thunder Hill. So look those guys up, or you can pick them up for sure there in Great Bend, Kansas. They also ship parts out, so if you're looking for parts or another option for a new car, you can give Mike a call. So we've got quite a list of things to look forward to here in the coming week. I know there's even some that I don't have on the list yet, but I know of. But Friday night we've got Salina Speedway, of course, with the late model division again and the mod lights. Also got Dodge City with the USAC midgets. Running with them is the Thunder Cars and Modifieds on Friday. Trying to think if there's anybody else on Friday. I don't think, but
probably.
Holyoke is their
the
season opener
for
at Phillips County Raceway. That's the BST opener for the stock cars.
That's something new this year, is having the BST stock car series there too. So I think hopefully have a good show out for that too. So, and then on Saturday we got Hayes racing, and what else?
Yeah, there's the Nebraska tracks.
Sure.
McCook's
Friday night
opening.
Somewhere.
Okay. I was trying to think of where Jeremy said he's heading.
Mid-Nebraska Speedway?
Probably.
Donovan? Or I think so. So there's lots of choices.
There's a lot of a lot of choices as far as weekly racing's concerned. As far as specials, the USAC midgets again at Dodge City, and I think that's it for the BST tours. Just the Friday night deal. Plenty of places to get out.
Also on Sunday, I think the Knoxville race that got rained out a couple weeks ago too.
Right.
I'm not even sure what they're calling that race, but it's an IMCA race, and
calling it the Knoxville Shootout or IMCA Shootout or something like that. Shootout at Knoxville. So that's Sunday night, and
Waukene also in this area.
Yep.
Or kind of this area.
Then Vinton is the first night of the Hawkeye Dirt Tour on Tuesday night. So.
Yep. So. Do we
Can't
figure out
make
what
that,
we're going to pick on? Are we going to pick on that one? Maybe try to pick from the list of...
Yeah, that'd be about the only way we could...
we know these guys are pretty well going to be there.
Yep. Well, I got to pick first last week, so I guess you can...
Oh, yeah. I was the low man this week, so... just this list here is pretty big, and I know there's going to be a lot of other big name, drivers up there too, so... But I don't know for sure on the other ones, so I'm going to go with Richie Gustin in the 19G.
Richie Gustin.
He makes it exciting anyhow, so.
Definitely.
So.
I'm going to have to pick, I'll go with Jay Notaboom.
Yeah.
Always a safe bet to put on a show, too, and like you said, that's going to be a stacked field of cars, so we'll see how it turns out, but like to be able to make that one, but Tuesday night. And it's a long haul from here. So.
Yeah, it's not just Boone far either. It's a ways from there too. So
I think I looked. It was like 8 hours from here or something. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna make that one, but hopefully people keep us up to date on the happenings there, and we'll get some footage back to you somehow. Keep on going. I do have a couple of sponsors left to thank that we slipped through the cracks there, but VP Heartland Race Fuels again. I've said it before, but there's so many different fuels that you just never be able to fathom, but those guys can tell you for what you're if you're racing a crate motor, there's a fuel for that. If you're racing a motorcycle, even the motocross, that So there's a fuel for that. You know.
Yeah, it used to be everybody just went to the racetrack and bought the racetrack what they sold there, and it was pretty much one fuel. It was either your race fuel and your alcohol, but VP's got a lot of offerings too that can may work better for your package, what your engine combination is and stuff, to get a little bit more out of it too. So.
And we've talked about Contour before, but those guys have helped us out with some cameras, and we've been selling those cameras and having really good luck durability wise with them. The Contour Roam is kind of the preferred camera, at least at this point, out of the factory. Excuse me, we're coming upon a model change, and so the GPS is a little more difficult to get your hands on right now, but that Contour Roam camera is just really simple. We can put it on anybody's car and walk away and tell them how to use it, and don't have to worry about whether they can figure it out or not. Remembering to do it's another thing.
But some things the guys aren't used to it, and they got their sequence that they do before they get in the race car and take out onto the track, and that's not always there, but that's happened a few times. But yeah, it's one thing about them is they're just real simple, easy to use, and even with your gloves on too, they don't have small little buttons that you can't even push. It's got a big button with your race gloves and everything. You can slide the switch and you're good to go. So.
Yeah, and that's we keep those in stock. So if you're interested in that, get a hold of us. DirtTrackCentral.com, and we can show you one at the track and put one on your car, whatever you want to do. So, but Contour does, for all the videos that I've seen, are as good or better than any of the competitors as far as what we do with them. Especially the nice thing with the Roam and the Plus, having the sealed lens sure makes, you don't get the dust behind the lens, and just makes it nice. So appreciate those guys' help with the show, and I think we've
we hit everything,
come to the end of it. So
good.
Unless check over here and see if we got any.
Let's see.
We got a reminder about the Knoxville race. That's about all I know on that. So.
Well, that'll do it for another edition of Dirt Track Central. I'm Justin Hopp.
I'm Matt Kovacic. Thanks for